All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Before I get into today's video, first of all, I just want to say thank you guys so much, just in general, for watching this video. But I also been streaming quite a bit the last couple of days. If you've been spending your time in my streams, I appreciate it so much. If you've been watching the videos, if you like, if you comment, if you subscribe, it just means a whole lot. I just hit like 1.5K subscribers, and I'm getting pretty close to 1.6, so it's pretty crazy. Love doing these videos. If you guys like Rockets and NBA videos, go ahead, hit that sub button. But let's get into today's video. The Houston Rockets, we beat the San Antonio Spurs tonight, and honestly, just right out of the gate, the Rockets looked better with James Harden. Now, I know it's a pretty crazy thing to say. Um, one te- the tendency I noticed whenever John Wall, and it was with anybody who played with James Harden, but specifically, I mean, maybe not Chris Paul, but specifically John Wall and James Harden most recent, it's just them taking turns. And whether or not they're ISOing it, or if James Harden's calling for a pick, or if John Wall's calling for a pick, or they're just doing their own thing, it was the same predictable offense every single game so far in the season. Through our first 9 games, it was just a very predictable offense. And a lot of people were starting to get upset with Coach Steven Silas, when in reality, it appears as if it had nothing to do with Coach Steven Silas. I mean, his resume would prove that it never should have had an issue to begin with. But without James Harden, these guys look motivated. I mean, John Wall and DeMarcus Cousins, they literally both called out James Harden for not wanting to be there. They both did it. So last night, what do we do? Or tonight, sorry, not last night. Tonight, what do? We start we start a fellow who the Bucks let go of named Sterling Brown. We start a fellow who the Pistons and a lot of other teams let go in, Christian Wood. We also start a little fella who every single team in the NBA passed along, Jayshawn Tate. Jayshawn Tate, first of all, what was it? 13 points, 5 rebounds, 10 assists. First off, this dude should have been starting games ago. He should have been starting games ago. PJ Tucker, I love you, PJ. But statistically, you are not providing for us really at all, or it's been extremely inconsistent up until tonight. I mean, you had a good game tonight, but it's just still been relatively inconsistent. Before that James Harden trade, now it makes more sense, but before that James Harden trade, to be honest, I feel like Jayshawn Tate should have been that guy. To me, I think you could easily correlate. I think you could seriously make a comparison to Jayshawn Tate with Draymond Green. I seriously think, whether or not you think they play the same game styles, because they kind of do, to be honest, but it's different. With Jayshawn Tate, it's usually a little bit more rebound focused. Tonight, it was a little bit more assist focused. This guy played last year in Australia. I mean, I can't believe that we got this steal. I made a video a couple of weeks ago saying, don't sleep on Jayshawn Tate. It's only got about 1,000 views, but I'm saying, I mean, this dude was an absolute beast last year in Australia. He was an absolute beast. He was an absolute beast. Go back and watch this man's film. It's insane. This dude is a game changer. He comes in, starts tonight. But I don't want to take any credit away from Christian Wood, first of all, who made 5 of 7 threes. This dude is a beast. First of all, Christian Wood defensively did not look like an issue one bit tonight. His weight, it did not look like an issue one bit tonight. He's making all the little plays. He's doing everything correctly. It was great, and he shoots an efficient night like always, and he rebounds the ball. It's unbelievable, man. But I don't want to take any credit away from Sterling Brown, who also got the spot up last minute start. This guy was a walking bucket in pretty much the second half, and I think you could pretty much argue, I think he shot 9 of 17 tonight. I think you could pretty much argue the whole game he was a walking bucket. I mean, this dude, we've seen flashes of him in the preseason, in the regular season. He had one of the highest 3-point field goal percentages in the season a couple of games ago. Obviously, it's a small sample size, and honestly, that might have been just field goal percent in general, but I want to say it was 3-point. I think it was 3-point. Sterling Brown gets a start tonight. I just want to say, and also, like, KJ Martin, come on, man. These guys are fucking beasts. Martin, Tate, they remind me of the same dude, first of all. Mason Jones, Sterling Brown. Like, the Rockets had fun tonight. The Rockets looked legit, and I know the Spurs, I know the Spurs aren't an elite team like they used to be. However, the Spurs are still a very talented team. They're coached by one of the best coaches ever. Could argue. They made the proper adjustments. The Spurs made the proper adjustments going into or after the second half. The Rockets kind of stalled a little bit, especially towards the end of the second quarter, start of the third. Guys stepped up. It was beautiful to watch. Tonight we were without John Wall. We were without Victor Oladipo, whose trade hasn't even gone through yet. How does James... I don't know how James Harden and Victor Oladipo both don't want to be here or didn't want to be here. It just seriously makes no sense to me. Like, this team is good, bro. Martin, Tate, Brown, these are guys who have never really gotten minutes before. Christian Wood, throw him in there too. So many of these guys on the Rockets roster are players. Mason Jones, rookie. KJ, rookie. David Nwaba, never really gotten many minutes. Sterling Brown. I mean, all these guys are young, keep it in mind, but Sterling Brown, David Nwaba, Christian Wood, Jayshawn Tate didn't even get a chance. All these guys either never got chances, or if they got chances, it's just in super small sample sizes. So going into this, when you get these players, when you make these additions that Stone made, it makes so much sense. You want players who can mesh well. For example, LeBron James, Anthony Davis. It's pretty fucking evident they mesh really well together. Paul George, Kawhi Leonard. They have issues. If you're a Clippers fan, I'm sorry, but the Clippers have a lot of issues, and there is no way that the Clippers win the NBA Finals this year because they have issues. Old James Harden and Kevin Durant, lethal. If you don't believe me, go back and look at that, man. Russell Westbrook was pretty much forgotten in the fourth quarter back in those days. It was James Harden and Kevin Durant time. Go back and watch those, man. James Harden has always been this way, and I wish the Brooklyn Nets the best of luck. I wish them the best of luck. I wish the Los Angeles Lakers the best of luck. It's going to be an extremely fun season, and the best part is we can sit back and we can relax. Houston Rockets fans can relax for the first time in a very, very long time. We have a young core. I know that, let's use this. Going into the season, a lot of Rockets fans, not like fans who watch my videos. Fans who watch my videos are legit Rockets fans. You know, we watch them all. We watch all the games. We read the articles. We do all that. A lot of people outside of hardcore Rockets fans or dedicated Rockets fans and Pistons fans knew about Christian Wood. And I mean, obviously, like some, Bucks fans, Sixers fans, wherever, or Pelicans, wherever he's been recently that, believed he deserved another shot. Christian Wood was a huge steal. If Christian Wood was on this team right now, Rockets fans would be in turmoil. Jayshawn Tate, incredible signing. This is one of those incredible signings. Like, I promise, like, this guy is looking like a Draymond Green type of player to me. Just the impact he has on a game, the intensity he brings, the defense he brings. You can't coach defense, man. It's all about how much you want it. Jayshawn Tate is a fucking beast. KJ and Mason, they're drafted, man. These guys are good, too. They haven't really been given chances yet, obviously, in the 9 games that we played up until tonight. But once James Harden's gone, whole new ball game. Instead of just playing in garbage time minutes whenever we're in a blowout win or blowout loss, these guys are given legitimate minutes. We only had 8 players tonight. We only played 8 players tonight, and obviously we'll probably have Oladipo, we'll have Wall, we'll have Gordon, we'll have a lot of guys. But this Rockets team is deep, man. I want PJ Tucker. I know PJ had a decent game tonight. PJ Tucker should be traded. He doesn't serve a role on this team anymore. Eric Gordon should be traded. He doesn't serve a role on this team anymore. Jayshawn Tate or Sterling Brown or should start. It's pretty evident now. I think Coach Steven Silas, the fact that he started actually Jayshawn Tate tonight was really good, because I think that the offense, the way that Coach Silas wants to operate us, just was not really possible with James Harden being on the floor. He doesn't move off ball. He doesn't even want to be there. Outside of the game one, James Harden didn't really do much for us. So now it's time where Coach Steven Silas can really incorporate the Rockets system, the Rockets offense, our new system, our new offense. We can showcase these types of players like Jayshawn Tate, Christian Wood, John Wall, DeMarcus Cousins, Sterling Brown. We have all this talent, all this low-key talent, that the Houston Rockets are going to be better without James Harden in the long run, and it's not even close. We know we're going to be better in the long run, and now it's seriously looking like in the short run too. James Harden's a great player, and I want him to get a ring. I really do. I don't think he will, but I want him to get a ring. I mean, same with Russell Westbrook, but James has been here way longer. Means way more to us. It was a tough way to end. It was a tough way. He was kind of unprofessional, but you got to call a spade a spade. It happened, and we got to move on from it. And honestly, guys, things are looking great. Things are seriously looking great. It's a great time to be a Houston Rocket fan. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Let me know any thoughts, any criticism in the comments. Love to hear it, and I hope you guys have a great day.